Hello everyone, this is Everything Horror, where we love to talk about everything horror. And in this video, we will be talking about the 13th floor haunted attraction out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, as you know, this year we have been struggling with COVID. I went over all that stuff on my last video on the Fear Farm haunted attraction. So I'm not going to go way in depth into this. Just keep in mind that they took precautions into the whole coronavirus. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this. So the 13th Floor Haunted House is a haunted attraction that is owned by 13th Floor Entertainment Group. They also own Fear Farm out here in Arizona, and they are a big company in the haunt industry. This year for the themes, they went with something called Deadly Reflections, which is your traditional first half of 13th Floor, where they have the Haunted Mansion, all that stuff. And then they have the other attraction, which is Dead End Street, which is like the Zombieland area. Now this year there were some subtle changes. One big change that I noticed in the beginning is you don't go into that elevator area, and it makes sense because of COVID. They created a new entrance and you get right into the thick of it. Right when you enter, you get into the cemetery area, which I absolutely love that area. I always like the gothic, traditional haunted mansion or graveyard kind of looks. I've always been a sucker for those, and I think they do it very well. There is awesome set pieces. There's some great animatronics in that area and great scare actors. I really like that part of the haunt. And then from there you get into the Haunted Mansion area, which is all decked out in Halloween stuff. And I wish there was more haunted attractions that went along with the Halloween theme, like trick or treat kind of stuff, traditional Halloween stuff. But I generally like that area. They have some great misdirections there. And overall, I really like the first half of the 13th floor. The Deadly Reflections, I didn't really see anything in regards to like a Bloody Mary type of character or an area that represented that. I didn't really see. That's the only thing with 13th floor. They just label it a different name, a different theme that you're getting into, but it's generally the same. But 13th floor does a great job with their production, the way the actors interact, and overall I really enjoy the 13th floor, as well as the second half, which is the Dead End Street, which the setting is like a town that is ravaged by zombies and other gruesome characters. I like that area as well. They have this awesome set piece with an airplane that's been taken down. There is a lot of turned over cars. It's really good with immersion, and like I said, production for 13th floor is top notch. There's this theater scene with low-lying fog that I absolutely love. And while I was in there, I was thinking, is this what's going to happen to the theater industry? I noticed that they took out the area where there was animals and tarantulas, snakes, things of that nature. And another area that they took out, which I'm very happy that they did, was the airbags area. So like when you're leaving the Egyptian setting in the first half of 13th floor, there's this big old airbag that you had to walk past. I'm so glad that they took that out. That would have been horrible with COVID. And then the other area where it's like you're walking through a swamp, they took that out. All makes sense. And I think they should definitely do away with that, because nobody likes it. Not only is it hazardous with germs, it's just not scary at all. Now let me go ahead and get into one big negative that I had. They did a horrible job in separating us. They did this thing where I think they allowed at least 30 seconds between groups, but not even halfway through the first part of the 13th floor, we caught up to the group ahead of us, and the group behind us caught up to us. So we almost merged into one big group. And I had let one of the scare actors know, hey, they're not a part of our group. Try to buy us some time. Because not only is it, part of the rules keeping people at least 6 feet apart, or keeping groups apart, we're not able to get the scares that we paid for. The group ahead of us, we were seeing all the scares that they were getting. And we would just walk past the area and the scare actor wouldn't do anything. They just stare at us because we already saw them scare the group ahead of us. And the group behind us saw them scare them too. So they didn't get scares. So, and that's, not only is it because of, the hazardous part, but it's also getting what we paid for. And it says within the whole coronavirus, the actions that they're taking, it says that they, if the actors see that groups are merging together, they'll try to separate us again. But that didn't happen at all. We pretty much became one big group, and I didn't like that at all. Luckily, we have masks. We can protect ourselves that way. But truly, groups were merging, and they weren't doing really anything about it. So that was my big negative with 13th Floor. Other than that, 13th Floor has great production, great scare actors, awesome animatronics, great immersion into the settings. I absolutely love 13th Floor. I just wish that they implement some changes, at least for next year. I understand with this year, with COVID and everything, and I was just hurting for getting scared this year. I'm very grateful that we get to go to these attractions. There's states that don't allow it at all, and luckily we have 2 great attractions in town that we're able to go to. So I definitely recommend going to 13th Floor, especially if you're looking for that awesome Halloween feel in a year that definitely has been lacking in that. Anyways, have you been to the 13th Floor? Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you haven't, are you excited to go? I greatly appreciate it if you guys give me a thumbs up on this video. And I am almost to 200 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it if you did subscribe. I'm hoping to make it by the end of this month. But I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, thank you for checking out this video. My name is Hector, and this is Everything Horror. Take care, peeps.